महाभारत देखा है आपने?
हाँ
आपका
बिग फैन
आपका फेवरेट कैरेक्टर कौन है?
करना
Karan, why? When you was in the Europe, did you used to that time drinking and eating meat?
I was like so over it. Unfortunately, meat eating is just part of the culture.
For what reason you came India? Did you get that?
I gained so much more. So Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. So he is like the source of everything.
How do you feel in India?
I always feel like home.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है दीपक सिंह, आप देख रहे हैं प्राइम इंडिया। दोस्तों, वृंदावन में हमें एक और कृष्णा डिवोटी मिली है और इनकी पूरी यात्रा के बारे में, कृष्णा के बारे में, इनकी भक्ति के बारे में हम इनसे जानेंगे। राधे राधे।
राधे राधे।
क्या नाम है आपका?
अनुराधा देवदासी।
अनुराधा देवीदासी। किस देश से आप?
I'm from Croatia, from Europe. Yeah.
And you said your name is Anuradha. This is your Indian name or
ये मेरा दीक्षा नाम है।
ये आपका दीक्षा नेम है? ओके, हिंदी आती है आपको?
हाँ थोड़ा सा।
कितने सालों से आप भारत में हैं?
Well, first time I came 2006, so it means like 14 years.
यूरोप में आप थे, क्या करते थे आप? What used to do in Europe?
So I'm a professional musician. I'm a clarinet player. I play piano also, and I teach in music. But here also I fell in love with classical Indian Odissi dance. So I started studying in 2009, and now my studies are. I still continue. So I travel, I dance, I teach dance also in Europe. I do many festivals, cultural representations. Like I try to show the beauty of Indian art.
From where did you get this inspiration to come to the India and to come to the Krishna consciousness? From where did you get this inspiration?
Okay, so since I was like really, really little girl, I always dreamt of going to India. I remember I was watching Indiana Jones, and this is like one really old show, and like he befriended a friend named Krishna. He was in India, and I was like, oh, I want to go there. And somehow, like in 2006, I met the devotees of Krishna, and I went to temple, like small temple there in Split, where I'm from, and I was just blown away. There was kirtan and bhajans and deities, gurnitai, and I was like, oh, this actually exists. It's not only in my head, it's not only imagination. Like this actually, that feeling I had all my life, it's actually real. And for me it was just instant recognition, and that was it.
For what reason you came India? Did you get that?
I gained so much more. So much more, and it's never ending. Like, and I'm always in anxiety, you know, like every time I'm leaving Vrindavan, I'm always afraid, oh, what if something happens and I don't get a chance to come back? It's beyond, like, it's beyond material understanding. It's something very deep and something very deeply connected to your soul and heart.
Basically, you are saying whatever you thought before coming India, you get more than that.
Yes.
When you was in the Europe, did you used to that time drinking and eating meat, anything like that?
Well, actually, when I was a teenager, I went through this phase, but I was like so over it. You know, it's really not interesting. You know, I think I only got into that because I couldn't find what I was looking for. I think people usually get into these things, and they're like, you know, unfortunately, meat eating is just part of the culture. But still now, like, people are more and more informed about bad things that happen to you if you eat meat. So I think everyone are progressing towards vegetarianism and veganism, and I think it's a great thing. Yeah, but I immediately became like vegetarian.
Now tell me something about Krishna consciousness, and how did you know about Krishna, and now what do you think about Krishna, and tell me something about Krishna's power that you feel.
Okay, so Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. So he is like the source of everything in spiritual world and in this world, and like he's so. If you want to really know him, like really, all of us, like all unlimited numbers of souls, have unique relationship with Krishna. And it's according to your own nature and it's according to your own soul and calling. How do you want to connect with him? And this is it, like we are eternally connected. It's just whether you want to go into this relationship or not. And I think a time comes when you're like so long in this material world, when you just get sick of everything, you know, you've seen everything, you've done everything, and then you try to wonder, like, what is beyond this that is never changing, that is always there? And that is this relationship between us and God, and for me it's Krishna.
How do you feel in India?
How do I feel? I always feel like home. Like home. Although it's very, very different from Western world, I still feel at home. Like my heart feels free and peaceful. And I think like India has so much hidden potential, and it's such a, you know, sometimes I feel it's such a shame because like, especially in bigger cities and everywhere, like Indians are trying to imitate West, and it's slowly coming here, but like in the worst possible way. So I feel a little bit sad about that. I feel like India has so much more to offer, so much more to offer, like whole world could teach from them, from culture, art, understanding of spirituality, understanding of universe. Yeah, so I somehow, this is like, I feel this is sort of my calling, like my mission. I always try to represent India in the best possible light wherever I...
Most beautiful experience in India.
Okay, so the most beautiful experience is that when you let go of your expectations, then you can actually experience India.
And bad experience.
Well, you always need to be smart. Also, you always need to be smart. You have to know how to act, how to recognize situations that are not very favorable, you know, how to deal with people, for sure. Yeah, sometimes it's not, sometimes can get a little complicated.
Did you read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, of course.
What did you learn?
What I learned the most, it's like there is God and there is soul. And the whole point of this life is to establish long-lost relationship between the God and the soul. And we are both eternal, and we have all the qualities that God has, but it's very, very small percentage.
महाभारत देखा है आपने?
हाँ. Big fan, big fan.
और आपका फेवरेट कैरेक्टर कौन था?
Karna.
Karan. Why?
I don't know.
Karan is also one of my favorite character. So why is you?
I think it's just his life was actually very sad from the beginning. Yes. You know, like because he didn't get his mother, he didn't get, you know, and he was always somehow outside, and he actually is, you know, like
He was a great.
he was, yes, and I feel like although he had like this bad association with Duryodhan, still he had like he had honor and
Point of friendship, not the bad person.
yes, exactly. Like he had honor and he had a sense of what is right and what is wrong.
What will you say about Bhishma Pitama?
Bhishma, oh, like he's also like he's like the epitome of righteousness. I would say like the instructions he left while he lay on the bed of arrows at the end, it's like beyond everything. And like but you know what is also like very, very interesting? His sense of duty was so strong. It was so strong that he actually, he knew the characters of Duryodhan, of Kurus, but still he stayed with them because it was his sense of duty.
Krishna character? Krishna said, I will not use weapon during Yudh. But he uses brain as a weapon.
Yes, for sure. Krishna is always, he's inconceivable. You never know what he will do and how he will do it. And like all the rules, like he makes up the rules, but the rules don't apply to him.
Ramayana?
Oh, Ramayan, it's actually, I feel it's very sad.
It's sad for Sita?
Yes.
For Ram as well?
I think for Sita the most. I don't know. I always felt like that point when she's like entering the fire.
Do you watch movies, web series, etc.?
Not very much, to be honest. I read a lot. I like to read.
You like to read? Which kinds of books you like?
Well, aside of like Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and all of these like spiritual books, I like to read fantasy. Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
थैंक यू दोस्तों, आपको इनकी स्टोरी कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट जरूर बताना. धन्यवाद.